So the white flag has come out now as we'll be going back to green flag. Watch this restart. Should be exciting. Well, a quick green and then another yellow. The 7 of Nelson Rodriguez goes around. Steve Callahan leads this one. Callahan leads this one. Second place belongs to Dominic Joy, the 41 of Keith Powell. Your top three. Well, he got a few laps off that time. There was some hard action out there. Dominic Joya getting sideways out of the corner and loops it. After having a good run in the top two, drops back. Now Rob Warren has moved to the rear nerf bar of your leader, Steve Callahan. Keith Powell still hanging on to third. The laps are ticking off here. This is going to be quite a finish with Rob Warren right on the heels of Steve Callahan. See if Callahan can turn his season around. He's got a teammate right behind Warren. Don't know if that'll help him or not. Keep your eyes as they come on turn 4 on your top 3. Here we go. Well, tough night for Nelson Rodriguez. He decides to park it after an incident, a big one in turn number 4 with the 09 of Jeff Weber. That's 2 on Weber. Remember, Supers uses the 3 incident rule. Wow, what a finish to that one. Steady Steve Callahan brings home those first win, and boy, you got to go back to Stafford, I think. What a win for him. A good run for Steady Steve Callahan here tonight. And Steve is going to be beside himself holding off two Supers champions at the end of that one. Steady Steve Callahan. All right, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. What a win. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We've got post-race coming up, and it is going to be a good one for sure. Man, Steady Steve Callahan. How about that? I know he's going to be happy. So some wildness at the end of that one. Don Joya got the car rolled back over, and he was able to continue. Gary Waldron finishes this one, and we'll get your unofficial finish to you just as soon as we can. And looks like only about 7 cars of the 11 finish, as Becker pulled off at the end there. But Callahan, Warren, and Powell, your top 3 for sure. And then it looks like Timmons, Joya, and Waldron. So we'll get an interview with the top 3. Well, folks, we have got one happy winner here with us, and I want to say a big congratulations to Steady Steve Callahan. It has been race after race of frustration for this driver from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, and finally he puts a CPR Motorsports Exide battery double nickel 55 into victory lane. Steve, how do you feel right now? How do you feel after finally getting this monkey off your back and picking up the win here tonight in the race 4 of the season?
Thanks, Bob. Man, I'm wore out, man. That was tough. All those restarts. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man. We've been working hard at this and trying to make changes. My crew chief Keith been giving me suggestions and stuff, and finally we put a whole race together. But yeah, got a good start, and like I said, we made some changes. So the car was a little bit different at the start. But I tell you, at the end though, it was money. I didn't care who was behind me. That was the best this car has ever handled. It wasn't lightning fast times, but it was consistent. And I knew if I can keep a good line, I'll be able to hold them off. Just thank everybody. Front there raced real clean. Lap cars were cool, and it's like I said, finally got the monkey off my back here, so hopefully we can.
Steve, you look back at, I mean, we got to go back, I think, boy, All-Star Classic. You only had a couple of wins during the wing season last year. Know that you won the Hickory Hustle at the start in November of the wing season. It's been probably close to a 40 race drought for you, and that's very unusual. At what point did you want to say I'm tired of this and I don't want to keep messing around with it?
Well, I tell you, after the Champagne Memorial, I was pretty close. Like, what do I have to do? Every time I have a good car and I'm driving it good, something happens or I mess it up. So but hey, we're racers, man, and going. Not every week is going to be the way you want it to go, but it sure feels good when you finally get in the victory lane. So in this league, everybody is so good. Times are so close. Cars are so close. We're fighting for tenths of a second, half a tenth. Try to stay ahead of each other. And the racing has gotten so hard and so good that and anybody can really win. And when you finally pull it off, it's really special.
Congratulations, Steve. I know this one means a lot to you. Get you rolling back. Gets those competitive juices going again, and gives you a little bit of confidence headed into the Twin 25s on July 9th. Way to go, buddy.
Thanks, Bob.
Steady Steve Callahan, driver of the CPR Motorsports machine. A big win for him tonight. It may only have been a 45-lapper in a regular show, but this is going to be huge. Also, should help him for the points moving into the top 5 possibly after Kyle Clark not finishing the race and Dominic Joya finishing some distance back. So it would be an odd thing in Super's history to not see that number 55 in the top 5 at the end of the point season. So we'll see how he does. Let's talk to your second place finisher, Rocket Rob Warren. Rob, you threw everything in the book at him, but you didn't get into him like you did his teammate last week. What did you do to the first to finish race service machine to make it better at the end of the race this week?
It was a shorter race.
Well, maybe counted with the caution laps included, but it was still a 45 lapper, so a good run for you. If it was another 5 laps, could you have gotten him?
I don't know. CPR is strong this season. Congratulations to Steady Steve Callahan and Keith Powell for his third place finish. They are on a rampage.